new day. Same mic. But the crowd? They're not cheering, they're confused. Tonight, we rewind a move so tone-deaf, it made "Honestly, never mind" sound like a love letter to the streets. Drake just popped out with Morgan Wallen, and the internet? No, the entire culture is looking at him like, "This your new homie?" So let's break it down. From stadium sidekicks to clout-chasing chaos, here's why this might be the most damaging move of Drake's career. But first, if you're ready for the truth that even Drake's PR team won't say out loud, tap like, smash subscribe, and body slam that bell. It's free, it's instant, and it tells the algorithm you're still riding for real hip-hop. Let's rewind. Houston, June 20th, 2025. Night air thicker than syrup. NRG Stadium floodlights cut through 14 acres of cowboy hats. 17 seconds before showtime, the Jumbotron flickers, and a lone silhouette in Timberlands steps out behind Morgan Wallen. Crowd decibels spike to 104 as IG Lives blow up with "Drake?" Meanwhile, in Toronto, timelines are mute. Just side-eye emojis stacked like Tetris. It all started in Houston. Not for a tour, not for a press run, but for a Morgan Wallen concert. Yeah, that Morgan Wallen. Drake didn't just pull up quietly. He walked out on stage like it was his show. Cameras flashing, people screaming. But the reaction back home? Not cheers, just awkward silence and head shakes. Because this wasn't just about music. It was about alignment. And with this move, Drake basically screamed, "Forget hip-hop, I'm with the guy y'all canceled 2 years ago." Let's talk timing. Just weeks earlier, Kendrick Lamar body slammed Drake's ego in Drake's own city, Rogers Center. GNX Tour. A crowd chanting, "Kendrick! Kenada!" like it was WrestleMania. It was brutal. And Drake? He disappeared. Rogers Center, June 12. 48,000 fans, zero mercy. Kendrick ends, "Not like us." Crowd chants one more time. And he actually does it. Clip hits 14 million plays in 36 hours, trending #1 on X and TikTok. Drake logs off Instagram for 2 straight days, the longest digital silence of his career. Next thing we know, he's in cowboy boots, chillin' with the last guy hip-hop wanted him to stand beside. Coincidence? Not likely. This felt like a rebound from humiliation. Drake didn't just leave Toronto. He left hip-hop. And he didn't head for silence or self-reflection. He ran to country music's most controversial star, with a grin on his face like he just won the lottery. Now let's be clear. This ain't just about genre. This is about character. 2021. Nashville sidewalk video. N-word radio freeze. Out. ACM ban. 2023. Downtown bar scuffle. Assault citation tossed, but headlines stick. 2024. Still tops Billboard year-end while most award shows keep him off stage. Poster child? More like caution sign in neon. Morgan Wallen isn't some misunderstood artist. He's been caught on camera using racial slurs. He's been banned from award shows. He's the poster child for what not to do in the industry. And Drake? The same man who built an entire empire on black culture is now hugging this guy in front of thousands. It's not a collab. It's a cosign. And that's where the real damage begins. When Drake side hugs Wallen in front of 41,000 Texans, he's not sharing a stage. He's sharing accountability. The internet didn't see 2 stars. It saw an endorsement stamp big enough to cover every past apology tour Wallen skipped. Everything Kendrick said on Not Like Us is aging like fine wine. This ain't Monopoly chill. This ain't no loyalty deal. Drake linking with Morgan proves it. There's no loyalty, no cultural compass, just numbers, just clout, just what'll go viral this week. And the saddest part? Drake looked more excited standing next to Wallen than he ever did with Future, Cole, or even 21 Savage. That smile said it all. I don't care what y'all think anymore. Look at the optics. Drake, fresh off the most humbling moment of his career, shows up beside a man who represents the opposite of hip-hop's values. It's like losing a rap battle and immediately jumping ship to a league that doesn't even believe in bars. And don't get it twisted. This wasn't just a guest appearance. Drake was out there cheesing, vibing, feeding off Morgan's crowd like it was his first tour. This wasn't redemption. It was desperation. And it showed. Universal's quarterly report shows country streams up 18% year over year, while hip-hop dips 3%. Wallen moved 501,000 first-week units last cycle, dwarfing Drake's last solo drop by almost 100,000. Follow the money, not the morals. That's the spreadsheet gospel pushing this crossover. Grime cosigns in 2015, shutdown at Brit Awards. Dancehall takeover in 2016, Control a Wave. TikTok pop in 2020, Tuesday Slide. A Mapiano flirt in 2022, honestly, never mind. Country was the last square left on the playground. This isn't new behavior for Drake. Let's not forget. This man's built a decade off chasing what's hot. UK drill, dancehall, Afrobeat. He's played musical hopscotch with every global trend. But now he's chasing country. Except this time, it's not about the sound. It's about the fan base, a crowd that doesn't know or care about his baggage. A fresh start with people who don't chant Kendrick in his hometown. But here's the catch. That same fan base, they don't care about hip-hop. They don't care about the culture Drake came from. So what happens when he finally gives them what they want? He's left with a fan base that won't defend him when it matters most. Let's zoom out. Drake, one of the biggest names in modern rap, just put an arm around the guy hip-hop tried to cancel. That move doesn't just hurt his brand, it muddies the waters for everyone else. Because if Drake's doing it, maybe it's okay. Maybe Morgan's not that bad. That's the ripple effect. Drake isn't just making personal choices. He's bending the narrative for fans, for labels, for artists who look up to him. And it's ugly. Questlove IG story. Clout is a haluva drug. Stay clean. Charlemagne Thaw God on Breakfast Club. Drake just put a MAGA hat on hip-hop's biggest stage. Black Music Coalition statement. Silence is complicity. Cosigns are louder. 3 voices. 1 verdict. This partnership muddies more than reputations. It muddies memory. Here's the wild part. Drake knows what he's doing. This wasn't ignorance. This was calculated. A man that rich, that famous, doesn't move without intention. He's been inching toward this crossover for years. Hotline Bling was the appetizer. Honestly, Nevermind was the side dish. And this might be the full country entree. A Drake and Morgan Wallen album? Don't act surprised when it drops. But just know, when it does, hip-hop won't be waiting. And what about Morgan? This moment gave him more than streams. It gave him validation. If Drake, the king of charts, is next to you, then maybe everything you did wasn't that bad. Right? Wrong. This is how toxicity gets normalized. Not through apologies, but through partnerships. And Drake just handed Morgan Wallen the biggest cultural green light he's ever had. This ain't about 2 musicians vibing. This is about identity, about values, about the face of rap, waving at a man who spit on everything this culture stands for, and smiling like it's all good. Drake's not just drifting from hip-hop. He's studying its enemies and taking notes. Because to him, clout still matters more than code. So if you're still riding for something real, you know what to do. Tap like, smash, subscribe, and let the algorithm know you don't co-sign vultures hiding in plain sight. Next episode, we trace new studio whispers. Drake booking Blackbird in Nashville with Ernest and Hardy in the room. Working titles like Started from the Barn leaking on Discord. If that record drops, BET might ghost him while CMA Fest rolls out the red carpet. Will hip-hop draw the final line, or will Wallen Nation welcome a freshly branded Drake? Grab popcorn. This storm isn't slowing. It's switching genres. Stick around. The plot's about to hit a higher key,